I literally can't tell you how much I'm actually enjoying playing this game right now. It's so ridiculously fun, and it's been a while since I've played a multiplayer experience like this. And not only that, it's free to play, so if you do have an Xbox or a PC, I highly recommend playing this game. But let's get on into what this video is actually all about, and it's the 5 best weapons that you should be using inside Halo Infinite's multiplayer that you should be picking up in-game if you come across them. Before we get into that, if you enjoy weapon stat breakdowns, weapon comparisons, and just overall tips and tricks for Halo Infinite or any other first-person shooter that you might enjoy, don't forget to subscribe to the channel as we're trying to reach our goal of 10,000 subscribers, and click that link in the description down below and subscribe to our second channel. We will be posting extra gameplay content over there as well. This list is my opinion off the basis of some playtime with all the guns, and also I have calculated the stats for every single one of these weapons that I'm going to mention as well. So if you do want to check out all the stats for these weapons, we do have a full video going over all of that, and I'll leave a link to it at the end of this video. Starting off this list at number 5, we have the starting assault rifle, which is the MA40. Now, with a 720 rounds per minute fire rate, this gun is pretty solid for close to medium range. Now, if you're trying to kill with this gun at longer ranges, you won't be landing very many shots. The bloom on this weapon is pretty ridiculous, so you do need to keep that in mind when trying to engage in gunfights at those longer ranges. But like I said, at close range, this weapon is one of the best. Overall handling with this gun is pretty good too. The reload time and the mag size just make it very easy to use. Not only that, you do start off with this weapon, so it's worthwhile learning to get used to. Now, at number 4, this might be contrary to popular opinion, but I do think the Mangler is a really fun weapon to use. Not only that, its 3-shot kill potential at close range just makes it a really solid close range weapon in this game, and I've really found myself losing gunfights unless I'm really low on health when I'm using the Mangler. I do think it's a really solid weapon. The fire rate is very respectable as well, considering the amount of damage output this gun has. Obviously, because it has a 3-shot kill potential, you would expect the fire rate to be really slow, but it's actually not ridiculously slow. You can fire this weapon off at a reasonable rate, and that is what makes it a really solid weapon in my opinion. Now, like I said though, you do need to be in a really close distance to get the maximum killing potential out of this weapon. So if you are a really aggressive player, I do highly recommend picking this gun up, as you'll be quite surprised on how powerful it actually is. At number 3, we have the BR75 burst rifle. Now, this gun is an amazing long-range rifle. You get a long-range scope, which allows you to hit those shots. And on top of that, the reason why I would put it over the S7 sniper rifle in my opinion is because it's way more forgiving. It's also a bit more versatile because with a sniper rifle, you can't really use it at close range. So if you do forget to switch weapons, you'll still get some close range kills with the BR75. But like I said, the main strength of this weapon is long range. Because of its recoil pattern, or the lack thereof, allows you to beam people at super long ranges. Now, because it has such low recoil, it doesn't kill the quickest out of all the weapons that we have in this game, but that allows it to be a perfect pair with not only the MA40, but also the second weapon on this list, which is none other than the Sidekick Pistol. And that's right, the pistol that you start with is the second best weapon in the game. This gun is powerful not only at close range, but also at long range as well. You can easily beam people with this pistol at those longer distances, and not only that, you can compete with more or less every other weapon at close range too. As long as you can hit the trigger cap on this gun, you're going to be able to kill enemies really quickly. Now, the only issue with this gun is that you do need to get your hands warmed up before you can start using it. Because it is semi-automatic, it's going to be a bit more difficult to use than some of the other weapons that we've mentioned before. But once you get the hang of this gun, like I said, it's probably the most powerful gun in the game at the moment. And that is mainly because you actually start with this weapon anyway, so it's definitely in your best interest to practice getting good with this weapon, because it will put you ahead of the curve against every other player you come against, because they're going to be sitting there using the MA40 for most of their gunfights, where you already know what weapon you should be using. And at number 1, we have the Commando assault rifle. Now this is the best rifle in the game right now, especially considering it is fully automatic, which is going to make it easy to use. The recoil is vertically upward, so it's easy to manage as well, but it also outputs an absolute ton of damage, and that is why this gun is the most powerful rifle in the game. When you aim down sight, you also get a pretty clean sight picture with this gun as well, which also makes it really good to use. But the only drawback with this gun is you get a 20 round mag, and you do burn through that relatively quickly because it is one of the faster firing weapons in the game. But that is definitely a small price to pay for having the fastest killing full auto gun inside Halo Infinite. And what I would recommend is just make sure you practice with this weapon so you can definitely land every single one of those 20 shots, and you'll be finding yourself frying through players with absolute ease. So there we have it. Those are the 5 best weapons I would recommend using inside Halo Infinite at the moment. Now, there could be a lot of weapon balancing due to happen for certain weapons, and this may change, so I will keep you updated with future videos, so make sure you subscribe for that, and also subscribe to our second channel as well, as we will be posting extra gameplay content over there. And thank you very much for watching.